Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at Elon Musk. That would be ticker symbol Elon. Right? So it's been a while since we've done a video on Elon Musk, right? So this is one of the tokens back in the day I used to cover almost on a daily basis, right? So interest in Elon Musk is somewhat reduced, right? So there's been multiple tokens that have come out there. The scam landscape in crypto has increased, right? With multiple meme tokens coming all over the place. We have serial scammers now. So a lot of people do ask, what does a legit project look like? So I thought I should do a video on one of the most legit projects out there, right? And we can take a deep look into it and you can start to see differences, right, with some of the projects that we cover now on the channel. So Elon Musk, if you just jump over to CoinMarketCap, right, it was listed on CoinMarketCap way back there in March 29th, around there, 2021, right? So it's been around for a while, right? Over 2 years. It's been around over 2 years. So we're looking at the all time. So we had two ATHs here, as we can see, right? So if you had bought in the pre-sale of Elon Musk, I don't remember if there was a pre-sale of Elon Musk or not, but if you had bought in the pre-sale of Elon Musk, today, let's say you had bought $1,000 worth of Elon Musk in the pre-sale, today you wouldn't have really lost or gained anything with the current price point. You'll be almost having the same amount that you invest in the pre-sale, if not a little bit more, because pre-sale prices are usually smaller. But nowadays, pre-sales are being used to scam people, right? And if you had bought in the pre-sale, you'd have had multiple opportunities to actually sell at a massive profit, right? Because we can see here, Elon Musk, the two ATHs, right? And currently the price just went down. The story of Elon Musk, I don't believe that it's over. I believe it's still being written. But I believe that there was a massive injustice that occurred to Elon Musk. This token was supposed to be listed on Binance, right? And then I think someone leaked the listing. And because of that, Binance did not list the token. Because the reason why I say so is the exchange BitTrue, all of a sudden on their Twitter, there was massive hype, right? And the date was on the 20th of April, right? You saw BitTrue came on the 20th of April 2022. They came out saying congrats to Elon Musk, Elon, on their upcoming Binance listing. Elon can already be bought here. So this is something that Binance and all the top exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, they do not want anyone, right, sort of like front running a listing announcement, because that can actually trigger the SEC to start investigation because of insider trading and so on. For example, you can imagine if Binance want to list a certain token, tells a couple of individuals, right, the news spread, they go and buy it before it's listed. When it's listed, they sell, right? Such a thing with traditional markets, like talking about shares, stocks, if something like that was to occur, some people will be going to jail, right? Investigation will be done. So because of this message, right, I think there was a leak in the listing of Elon Musk, and it was like a foregone conclusion that Elon Musk was going to be listed, and the news spread like wildfire, right? We can just check in April 2022, right? You see here 2022, around this stage, right? You see here this spike that we see here. This is around the time that the announcement came out, right? And we had this massive spike, and almost 300 million worth of Elon Musk was traded. We're talking about dollars, right? $300 million was traded. There was a lot of like excitement, but then the listing did not happen. So what's the future for Elon Musk? I still believe a Binance listing is still on the cards. I don't believe that the door for it has been closed, because Elon Musk is one of those meme coins, right, that is just not going to go away. For example, former Binance CEO is even weird saying that. If you remember what he said if a coin has a large number of users, then we will list it. That's the overwhelming significant attribute. Consider, for example, meme tokens. Even though I personally don't get it, if it's used by a large number of users, we will list it. We go by the community. My opinion doesn't matter. And Dogelon Mars is exactly that type of token. Massive adoption. Some days it did crazy, right, amounts of trading. You can see here 200 million, 100 million traded, billions in terms of market cap, but it just fell short of being listed on Binance, right? So if you are if you are new into crypto, maybe you are in a couple of months, maybe just a year, and you're wondering, what does a legit project look like? Well, there are massive scam projects coming out there. For example, Green Bitcoin is one of the projects that we've highlighted on the channel as a scam. This thing is just like a month old, already 70% down, right? 70% down. So it was created just for the sole purpose of just taking money from investors, right? It's already 70% down, 1 month in. Elon Musk over 2 years, right? 3 years. And if you'd invested right in the pre-sale, you'll be sitting in a little bit of profit right now. They didn't create the token to just go and rug everyone, right? So it's the same thing today with the multiple tokens that we cover on the channel. The scammers behind those tokens that we cover, the multiple pre-sales, they create these tokens for the sole purpose of taking money away from investors with multiple tips, tricks, right? Manipulating the price, blocking people from claiming their tokens, not airdropping tokens, and so on, right? So during these days, in 2021, early 2021, there were pre-sales, but most of them were legit pre-sales. Nowadays, right, it's very difficult to find a legit pre-sale, which is why we say don't even invest in a pre-sale. So talking about the price, we're currently sitting at 6021, right? What can we expect for Dogelon Mars? Now, when you look at Dogelon Mars, something that is very important for you to note is you need to look at the price of Bitcoin. A legit token will always mimic the market. That statement deserves me to repeat it. Apologies, a little bit of flu here. A legit token will always mimic the price of the market. And Bitcoin is one of those tokens that you can take a look at. So currently, if you look at the all-time crazy percentage high for Bitcoin, but let's just look at Bitcoin in the last 1 month. And we also go and look at Dogelon Mars in the last 1 month. Like, take a look at the graphs, right? They are similar, right? Except for here, we see there was a little bit of a dip and then it recovered. But if you look at these two graphs, they are almost similar. Why? Because Dogelon Mars follows the market. If you check the amount of exchanges where Dogelon Mars is listed, it's listed almost everywhere. The only exchange where Dogelon Mars is not listed is Binance and Coinbase. It's listed everywhere, right? It's listed OKX, KuCoin, Crypto.com, right? It's listed on Bitget, Max, HTX, Gemini, right? VVS Finance, right? It's listed everywhere. Like, be true. It's listed everywhere except for Binance and Coinbase. So when this token is listed on Binance eventually, I think we're going to see a pump. But most definitely, I think the hype of Dogelon Mars, right, has been foreshadowed, we can somewhat say, by the multiple tokens that are coming up. Like, for example, we have Pepe, right? Pepe, they're now taking the crown. Bomb, they're taking the crown. Book of Meme, right? And multiple other tokens are taking the crown nowadays. We just have to wait and see which one is going to be the major meme coin that is going to come out. I personally think that the next meme coin that is going to come out, Dogelon Mars, if it's listed on Binance, no doubt you're going to be seeing an appreciation, right? But I don't think it's going to be anywhere close than if it had listed in 2022, right? When the hype for Dogelon Mars was high, 2021, if it had been listed then, right, it was going to be massive. And the other thing that I think as well is Crypto.com holds a huge number of Dogelon Mars tokens. And you know the beef between Crypto.com and Binance, purely business. That's the reason why Crew is not on Binance and BNB is not on Crypto.com, right? There is a beef there. So the fact that Dogelon Mars was hosting a huge, is holding a huge number of Dogelon Mars tokens on Crypto.com, maybe that's another reason why Binance is somewhat reluctant on listing Dogelon Mars on the exchange, right? But we can never say never, right? So this is my update for this one. What do you think? right? It can never hurt anyone to hold Dogelon Mars, especially at this current price point. It is almost at its absolute lowest, right? The only direction it can go from here is up, right? And one of the things that can assist is utility coming up. Of course, there are utilities that are there, but if you take a look at Shiba Inu, for example, right, that's one thing that I also wanted just to highlight is when a token is listed on Binance, that's when you're going to see the ATH that will be the highest in that coin's history. I haven't seen any meme token being listed on Binance and after a couple of months reaching the same ATH again, right? That's just something that you don't see. But for example, take a Shiba Inu, for example, it reached that ATH there, 4071. Here, it did try to reach it, but it didn't go anywhere near it, right? It went all the way to 4012, right? And then we can see the price is somewhat like a correction occurring right there. So when you see a Binance listing coming in, Coinbase listing coming in, that's where you see that spike in the token's lifetime. So if you reach Binance for any token, for it to reach that ATH again, right, chances are it doesn't happen, or it's going to take an extremely long time, but it will have to be something coming out of the ecosystem, coming out of the community. We know with Shiba Inu, the Shiba Realm, there's multiple initiatives, metaverse, things that are occurring, right, that can kind of like assist the token to pick up again. But we're still waiting. Shiba Inu as well is another token that can actually achieve, if there is a token that can achieve an ATH meme token, I think it would be Shiba Inu, right? But we just have to wait and see what will happen, right? So this is my update for Dogelon Mars. Let me know, what do you think? How many are you holding? Since when? What's your plan for the future, right? I was holding Dogelon Mars, right? And for me, I cannot stomach a massive loss. So when I see a 20 to 30% loss, I cash out, right? And currently, I'm even considering maybe, right, to enter a position and just to hold some Dogelon Mars, right, in my portfolio. So just let me know what you think. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.